welcome to the stream. I am doing the Mount Fuji panel tonight. As indicated, I'm going to do some live streaming on the soldering of this panel. And with that, this has been an ongoing project for me, as I've indicated in some other earlier videos. And I'm ready to get it done. So with your help and coming into the live streams, it'll help me give me that last push to get this one done. It's been a challenge for me. It's a personal project of mine. So always end up being put on the back burners to everything else. So I'm on this final push to get this one done, get the zinc on it, around it, and then also get it put into a frame. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. Um, if you are new here, I'm going to switch over to the top cam here. If you're new here, this I've got several videos on this particular panel. But my goal of this channel is really just to share what I've learned in stained glass and help you discover the beauty of stained glass, learn the different tips, tricks, and techniques that I've learned so that you can make your own stained glass artwork. And that's how I started the channel. And I hope to continue to provide that and good information to you. There are plenty of people out there that are very seasoned, very experienced in stained glass. I am 100% self-taught from YouTube videos, and I took a stab at it, and I was hooked. So here I am. I put this panel together, created it, designed it, and now I'm right here. Believe it or not, a lot of these pieces were cut probably when I first. It is when I first started out, maybe about a year after I started. I started working on this panel. Just to tell you how long this panel's been in the works. Um, I've been doing stained glass for about 6 years. So as you can tell, some of these cuts are pretty, got some gaps and things of that sort, but I'm okay with that because it's my personal one. I would never really sell this one due to the quality of the work as far as the gaps and so forth like that. Now my cuts are a lot better. I do quality work. I've done several customs for different people, several windows, or should I say 2 windows. But I'm just ready to get this one and then work on some more projects and then share those with you. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I started doing some prep work on Facebook, on my Facebook channel. I'll make that video available and I'll put a link down to, actually, I'll upload it to YouTube so that way people can take a look at that, some of the prep work I did, and some of the tack soldering I did, and so forth like that. Now I'm right in the middle of starting to lay some a base solder line on the front. I do that just so it's kind of a flat solder. I do that to be able to come back later after I do the back to do a final bead solder on the front because this is going to be in a frame and up against the wall. Um, and I'm actually debating about putting it in a raised frame and possibly putting a light behind it. I haven't made that decision yet because I think what it might be good is to have it lit a little bit because as you can see, some of this glass is translucent. Um, so this is kind of a wispy white and clear glass as the cloud. So I may just put a backing on it of white, or I may put it into a box that's extended so I can put some LED light behind it. All right, I've already done some flexing on a lot of this right here on this lower part, and that's what I'm going to work on. And I'm trying to get as far as I can in an hour, and then we'll call it a night at that point. If you have any questions, leave those in the comments below, and I will do my best to keep an eye on the chat for those who come in. and answer any questions I can. Like I said, I put down a flat solder, and I have a tendency to do piece soldering. There's some people that do the, like I'm trying to do right now. I am not that great at it. And some of this copper foil has some varnish on it. But normally the flux will eat through that. Um, depending on the type of flux you use. I'm using uh, this paste flux right here, Ocarad uh, paste flux, and it works pretty good. So um, I sometimes use gel flux, but before I moved back from Japan, I had to get rid of a lot of my chemical type stuff. Um, can't move that stuff through um, on a government move. They don't like any of that liquids or anything like that be transported. If you are just starting out in stained glass, you can find, hopefully you'll find some of my videos helpful. I do have a Learn Stained Glass series where I just provide you the tips and uh, things that I've learned. Everybody can uh, find the method that works best for them. So I just provide what I do and what I've learned over the years. I think what I'll do is I'll maybe put some music on and have that playing in the background. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing, all right. You see down below, it's the green is some textured glass. And I did that to try and give some dimension to account for the mountains and the terrain in a sense of Fuji. And at the time when I cut all these and had them fitted, I didn't have a ripple bit. Um, I have one now, but what a ripple bit will allow you to do, especially you got really, this is, textures on this is not too bad. Um, but if you got heavily textured glass, um, that ripple bit allows you to um, grind that edge down, but get it to a normal size piece of glass, the thickness, usually the um, less than 3 mil, or right about 3 millimeters, I believe. Um, but it allows you get ground down that edge to allow your foil to adhere really well and get a good adhesion. You don't have a bunch of bumps and so forth like that. Um, but I've used it on some other projects, the Ripple bit. with that, and I love it. Um, and actually, what it does, since on that textured glass, it ends up giving you a nice little small valley to lay your solder in, and it really looks good afterwards. So somebody who has problems, or still improving their soldering, um, it can really help out on leaving that nice little valley to teach you how to lay it in. Um, as you can see, I'm trying to do the running solder, but I'm not great at it yet. But again, I'm trying to do more of a flat solder on this for now, and then I'll come back later on after I do the back side and put a nice finished bead on here. Just want to get it together and give it some stability before I attempt to flip it over. Sounds like the music is not coming on. Let me try it one more time here. There it goes. If that is too loud, please let me know in the chat. Hopefully it's not. Just trying to give some background music so it's just not completely silent. If you're interested in supporting the channel or anything of that sort, I do have a website. The link will be in the description. I do have an affiliate uh, with Amazon, and if you're buying stained glass tools or really anything from Amazon, you can launch off through either one of the links down there or from the website in my art supply store. I do have things for sale that I have already pre-made, and then I also have items that I consider what I call back order, but they're basically custom made items as you order it. I'll make it, reach out to you when you order it, and let you know the time frame it would take for me to do it. And if it doesn't meet your time frame, then I can refund your money back. But won't kick off until after it's paid for or ordered. Um, or you can reach out to me ahead of time that you're interested in something that's on there. Just do the contact form, and then I can give you an estimate time on it that way as well. And then if you are good with that, then you can go in and pay for it, and then I'll go ahead and get it in the process in the queue to be made. It all depends on how many projects and either customs or projects I've got going on at that time. Is how long it'll take. Kind of a first come first served basis. So. On this string tonight, I'm hoping to get either all the way through the flat solder on this one, or pretty much through, and then what I might do is finish it up and then flip it over, and then do that backside on the next string. And again, I'll make that, I'll schedule that stream and give some advance warning. I'll try and do it more than the morning of. I wasn't sure if was going to be able to stream today. I had some other things I was doing, so um, well, hopefully we'll be able to do it a few days in advance. Uh, Give people time to plan for it if you want to join in. Looks like got some views going on. Welcome. If you got any questions or things are too loud, background music too loud, or you can't hear me, put it in the chat. If I need to speak up, let me know that.
As a young girl, it feels were mine. We played hide and seek for hours, raised our shadows on the ground.
Got some of the tarnish on some of these, the copper foil a bit, so some areas are giving me some problems. Just for the fact that a lot of these were foiled years ago, a couple of years ago.
Takes me back, all the way back to the days. Running around in a gown and a crown, barefoot. No mistake ever kept me late. Whispered summers catching fireflies within dark space. 1 week across my face. We used to dance on raging strips and Sundays. Mama set the pace. Daydreamer, kidnapped me. Takes me back, all the way back to the days. Running around in a gown and a crown, barefoot. Daydreamer, kidnapped
Little
me.
drink.
Takes me back, all the way back to the days. Daydreamer, kidnapped me. Had me running around in a gown and a crown, barefoot. Had me running around, dressed in a gown, barefoot.
Again, I'm not trying to get a finished bead here. I'm only trying to get a flat, something to lay my finished bead on later on. Some might look like a finished one, but I'll be flattening it out. I'd like to also change spots where I'm working so that that particular area doesn't get too hot. Um, and then I end up spending too long in one area, melt it, and then get a bunch of run through and stuff like that. So just move your hot spots and don't want to crack the glass because they're getting it too hot or anything like that. So. Um, I guess I can talk a little bit about my experiences in Japan, just to pass the time in a sense. Um, let's see, moved over into Japan in June of 2022, I believe. Yeah, 2022. Went over there and was over there for my job and enjoyed every minute I had over there. Got to go uh, tour several places while I was there. But I did do somewhat some travel for work while I was there. So so some things, like this this panel, and then also doing stained glass while I was there. Um, Kind of got a little bit put on the back burner. I just had other stuff going on and going out and kind of being tired from all the travel, but also being tired from work and things of that sort. Um, so this kind of got put uh, a little bit on the back burner. I did do a couple pieces while I was there for some friends and as a gift. Um, but I put my studio together with every intention to uh, to do some work while I was there, to do some thing off while I was there. But what I was finding is where I was located at. Um, I had a hard time. I mean, yes, I could order stuff from online, but some of the stuff that I'm just used to using was not available. Um, so I had to, use Japanese versions of things, which were good. It's just trying to find a store to do it. I had to order several things online. Um, so I ended up just, using what I brought with me and then what I could find. Um, but I did went to Tokyo, went to Kyoto, um, visited quite a few temples and shrines, which you'll can see by a couple of videos about some patterns that were inspired from being there. Um, I will be doing some of those later on in a series um, that I'll actually put up on my store to sell. Um, and then I'm going to do those in batches as far as when I do it, I should say series. So I'll do a Japanese series. I've got some other ideas on some series type works that I'll be doing, and then that will allow me to. Wow, this one won't let me skip. Uh, that will allow me to uh, get some more work out there. Um, Again, got a lot of ideas. Uh, I've got a custom coming up that I'll timing on that one is still to be determined. We're still going through decisions on patterns and things of that sort. Um, I've got the design done and submitted to them, and they're taking a look at it and seeing if that's what they want to go with. Mm. And it's just a small desk, but I'll be making multiples of them, or I should say, kind of a desk ornament. I'll be making multiples of them. I think 6 of them I'll be making. They're going to be gifts uh, for that person, I guess colleagues or friends, I should say, for that person that's ordering those. Now, the wow, that's just not sticking. We'll come back with that later. Now, you'll see in the blossoms, I use the overlay technique in a lot of these blossoms. So when you're soldering those, you just have to be very, very quick. Um, put some solder on and just kind of go over them real quick up through. So that way you're just not heating them up so quickly. and then that way you're getting it on there, but yet you're not getting the adhesive release.
Daydreamer, kidnap me, take me back, all the way back
I
to
do
the
like using the overlay technique. Um,
daydreamer.
I don't like tiny pieces,
I've been running
so
around
I I
looking
like to use the
for
overlay when I
the
can,
river.
um, especially if it's not going to be a piece where there's a lot of light coming through. If I'm using a lot of opaque opal glass, um, to where it doesn't let any light through, because a lot of those are more like decorative on the wall hanging type panels. If they're going to put in a window, yeah, definitely, of course. I'll try not. I won't use any opaque, or I should say, opal glass. But these things are for these panels. Um, I used a mixture in this one, in my personal panel, because I wasn't determined yet what I was, how I was going to hang it. So I wanted the option to have them be able to put some light through it if I wanted to. And you see that a lot of this, the branches that come through here, um, I do have some gaps along the side of those, but I think that's okay just for the fact that it gives some uh, character, I think, to the branch because they're not uh, symmetrical, they're not, it makes it look a little bit more natural, in my opinion. So I'm okay with that. Um, I do have some large gaps in some areas that normally I would just recut the piece, but some of this glass I don't have anymore. Um, I'm trying to use up what I have to make room. I got limited space on in my studio for glass, so I've got to use up some things I have, and that's where I'm trying to tailor my patterns or what I'm making to be able to use that glass up and then make room for some new glass. Uh, Gotta clean my tips. The newer pieces where I've just foiled these over the last, really these I just foiled in the last month or so. Those are going on quite a bit easier, of course. Now I'm not going all the way to the edge on these, because I'm be putting the zinc on it. So, and I'll finish those out when I actually get the zinc border put in. Still nothing in the chat. All right. Let's keep going. We'll do a little bit more fluxing here. Earlier when I was flexing, I totally forgot to flex these blossoms. Just caught that. That's why some of them was not cooperating. But with this paste flux, you can flux quite a bit of an area because it is paste. That way you don't have to stop so often to flux your piece. That's part of the reason why I like using it. All right. Another drink. And then we can go at it again. Not getting as far as I thought I was going to get, but that's okay. What I'll do is I'll make sure that I videotape as I finish it out as far as this side, and then I'll make it available. And then when we come back, we'll do the other side. What I'll probably do is I'll probably do some prep on that one as well, to try and get it to a point to where I can move it back over to the front side during the frame. Welcome. Just came in. We are soldering up the Fuji panel. If you got any questions, just leave it in the chat, and I will try and answer your questions. Just trying to get an initial big solder down on this side so that I've got some stability to flip it over and do the back side. And then I'll come back and do a finished feed on the front here. Give me another one going on here. Trying to keep a little bit of a music going in the background here. Oh, back to my Japan story. Sorry. You get so involved in trying to concentrate on one thing, you forget what you're doing. So like I said, I was able to go to Kyoto, did some things in Tokyo, and then for work, I actually got to go to Korea, Singapore. So then I was able to do a few things there and just take a look around. My Instagram's got some of the stuff that I was able to do. We did some sightseeing in Singapore. Interesting, nice place in Singapore. Very, very interesting place. Now, the food in Japan is just awesome. I really love Japanese food. And pretty much ate it pretty much every day. My wife is from Japan, so it's a little bit easier for me than most people going over there because I do have some issues with the language. So we could get around fairly easy. Let's see what else. Oh, the place we had was really nice. I did put a short up on it, I believe. When I created my studio, I may not have put the tour completely of the whole place. I'll have to check that. If I didn't, I can. Now that we don't live there anymore, I could probably put it up there. It's a privacy thing. But we don't live there. But I did take a video prior to us moving in. And I could probably put that up there now. Kind of give you a well, a typical Japanese home. But these were kind of tailored for those who work there in Japan for Westerners. Not a traditional Japanese home, but still different than what you would find here. Japanese bathrooms in homes are awesome. Everything's pretty much instant water heater. The tub we had was wonderful to take a bath in. It reheats. That way you don't waste water. But again, how we take baths is different than how Japanese take baths. So um, you clean yourself to a shower and everything before you actually get into a bathtub in Japan. So with that, you're able to reuse the water because the person that's getting in is already clean. Um, that's why they have so many onsens or uh, Japanese bathhouses and so forth like that. Uh, it's a social thing, uh, somewhat. So if you ever get a chance to go to Japan, put that on your list to go and at least go to one onsen and experience that. Pretty awesome. We went to Hakone, uh, where they had an outdoor museum of art, which was pretty awesome. Um, they had a stained glass stairwell, pretty famous. You've probably seen stuff on Instagram, um, and Facebook or whatever, a lot of social media. Um, that got to see that, and that was pretty cool. Um, as well. I'm hoping to be able to go back as far as visit. Um, there's a couple other places I would love to go. I did go out to Okinawa, um, which is Japan's Hawaii, basically. Um, I was while in the military, I was actually stationed in Okinawa, so um, I got to do a lot there in Okinawa when I was stationed there. Um, but got to go back there, go see some old stomping grounds, and a lot of things have changed there from when I was there. Um, but I'm pretty built up in an area called American Village, um, real touristy spot now. Um, it was it was called that when I was there, but it was pretty small. Not too much going on. I mean, it had like maybe one hotel, some shops and stuff. Now there's several hotels, and the whole area is built up, and it's basically a big nightlife scene now. Um, Bars, restaurants, shops, and stuff, and it's totally different, but really cool, really nice. Um, so if you're ever in Japan, you know, uh, take time and do some good things. Oh, Harry Potter uh, studio is there. Actually, it is bigger than the one in England. Um, it is. We went there and we were just amazed that basically all the sets that they use are in the Harry Potter movie. Um, and they have now a Ghibli, they're into animation. Um, they have a Ghibli park now. We didn't get to go to it. It opened while we were there, but tickets were already sold out all the way through the time before we were leaving to come back. So we didn't get a chance to go there. Um, but that's one of the places I want to go back to and attempt to go see that.
As a young girl
You're just coming in. It looks like we had one or two people come in. You can hear me okay? Put some in the chat. Welcome. I am Steve with SCOARTGLASS, and I want to welcome you to the channel. I am doing the Mount Fuji panel that I have been working on for quite a while, and I'm trying to get it completed. So I'm just doing the front side solder right now, and trying to get a nice base solder on, just for ability to flip it over. And I will come back and do a final solder on it later. Taking shape. I'm looking at it in the camera now. Yep, there is some thick lines, but I think that's going to be okay. Yeah. You can find different videos about stained glass on my channel. Hoping to be a little bit more regular now that I'm back on posting content, and posting content on some of the customs that I make, and other projects that I do. I'm going to learn not only this is foiling technique, but I'm also going to dabble in the leaded method as well, the traditional lead method. So I'm going to be working on another panel, but I'm going to use the lead method on it and not copper foil. So I'm looking forward to that. Again, I use the overlay method on the cherry blossoms, flowers, and when you're soldering those, you want to go somewhat quick on those, just so you're not getting that heat on there too long. Trying to keep an eye on the chat, so if you got questions, you can put them in there. Get focused in on what you're doing, and sometimes you forget to take a look at it. Well, we're going to be finishing up here in just a few. Again, this will be made available. for those who weren't able to join us. Hopefully, people have some time to take a look at it before the next stream. Um, and then I'll end up doing a full video on from beginning to end of making this. I've got some vintage footage, I call it, from many years back when I first started this particular panel. But all that'll kind of be included. I'll do some editing and get it out there for everybody to take a look at it if they're interested. I hope if you do visit my channel and you look at some of the content, I hope you find it valuable or helpful at least. Maybe not valuable, but helpful in your quest or your journey in stained glass. If you're just starting out, um, if you're an experienced uh, stained glass artist, leave any comments in the comment section and any tips that you might have. Uh, I'm always trying to learn better and make myself better in this art. So any tips you have, be be kind and leave them in the comment section. I think I'm going to get to a stopping point here and wrap this up. Um, and I'll wrap it up by um, kind of taking you to my site, or actually my website, and see where you can go to get in contact with me if you're interested in like custom or anything else like that. Um, Let me switch screens over here. There it is. This is my website, and what you can do is if you're interested in a commission, you can go over here to the commission section of the website, click on commissions, and you can submit a request. The request form is technically at the bottom. It's just a quick way to get to it. This is one of the custom windows I did for a client. These are some other commissions that I've actually completed for different clients. The lamp there is actually was from mom, who unfortunately passed away last year. Um, Actually, I'm sorry, 2023 she passed away. Um, Feels like I just got back, but I've actually been back for a year now. It's hard to believe. This was another custom that went into a interior door um, for a client. But there's some information on frequently asked questions about commissions, and then there's the inquiry form. You can put in your name, email, occasion, what your budget is, and then anything about what you're looking for. You will need to do some math at the before you submit your request. I'm doing a math test. Um, I'm joking. This is to get rid of some of the bots and so forth like that. So once you fill that out, uh, you can send the request. If you're interested in what I already have pre-made, you can go to the store and go to the Glass Art store. Um, I've got some pre-made stuff that I still have in stock, but then also I have some renderings of other pieces that are basically I've got the pattern set and glass colors that I'm going to use, and then I can just make it as a custom order basically. Um, and those are you'll see the rendering of those. These two I did do already, but you'll see the rendering of those. Then these are some of the custom order ones. Um, when you click on it, it'll take you to the page and it'll indicate here that this is a rendering of it. Um, and then if you add it to your cart, it'll let you know that it's on back order. But down here, the category is made to order, and I put this in the description down here. This is made to order panel, and then normally 2 to 4 weeks, depending on the current orders. Now, if you want to support the channel that started in the beginning, and you're going to order stuff, art supply, you can take a look at it here through the art supply store. I am an affiliate for Amazon, so you can actually go through here, click in any of these categories, and order stuff from Amazon, and then I just get a small percentage. It doesn't cost you anything more to do that. It's just a way to support the channel. If you're going to buy stuff from Amazon anyway, then you can help creators like me out and just buying through their site, and it just tags it, and then anything you buy on Amazon will get a small percentage of. Um, then I do sometimes put some blogs out. The last one I did was in September, and it was talking about getting started in stained glass. Um, I do have a small glass starter kit I recommend for those starting out. This is under $200. Um, so you get everything you need to kind of start out and make your first one and then all you really need to do is get some glass and then you'll be ready to go. Um, there's just some different, unique, commissions again, through that. And then you can join our newsletter. Basically I'll send out an email, and kind of what's going on, with SEO Art Glass. And then sometimes I'll run, coupon codes in there, um, for commissions or for existing, pieces. I will not spam you. I don't run the newsletter too often. I can do that a lot more if people are interested in that, but I find that, people get a lot of emails. So I'll do it every so often, and then hopefully when it comes in, you actually read it and use the coupon if you would like to order something. With that, I'll go ahead and end the. I lost my mouse. There it is. Um, with that, I'll go ahead and end the stream. Appreciate those who have came in and viewed, uh, just to check it out for a moment and left. That's great. But hopefully somebody, more people will take a look at it and be interested and get interested in stained glass. And that's all what the channel's about, is help people discover the beauty of stained glass, learn the tips and tricks that I have been uh, able to learn, and to help others to learn to create their own stained glass artwork. With that, I will talk to you later, and thanks for watching.